JM Woodworking Class. Introduction to the jointer. The jointer smooths the surface of a piece of wood. The jointer is used in sash, door, furniture, and cabinet factories, as well as by contractors, box manufacturers, pattern, woodworking and maintenance shops, schools, and many other places. The home woodworker and hobbyist would probably not purchase a jointer unless the person was very serious in woodworking project building. The jointer is so named because of the work it is designed to do, namely the jointing or planing of edges and faces of materials so they can be glued or joined together. The following operations can be done on the jointer: jointing the edges, ends, or faces of stock, jointing warped pieces and narrow stock, rabbeting, beveling, taper cutting, and many other cuts. Jointers are sometimes mistakenly called planers, but they are primarily designed to joint edges, not wide faces. A thickness planer evens the thickness of stock, while the jointer only smooths the surface. Power to the jointer is controlled by the safety switch. The stock is jointed or surfaced by the cutter head. Your fingers are kept away from the cutter by the guard. The stock is steadied and squared by the fence. The fence is adjusted by the fence control knob. The stock is fed into the cutters from the in-feed table. Jointed stock comes from the cutters on the outfeed table. The table is raised and lowered by the hand wheels located on either side of the machine. The amount of cut is measured by the depth set on the cut scale. Jointer safety. First, your instructor will check the depth of the cut and the position of the fence. All adjustments of the fence will be made by your instructor before the jointer is powered on, while the cutter head is not turning. As denoted by the white X, stand to the left side of the stock being cut while operating the jointer. The maximum cut for surfacing a face is 1/16 of an inch. The maximum cut for jointing an edge is 1/8 of an inch. Stock must be at least 12 inches long and 2 inches wide on most common-sized jointers. A push stick or push block must be used when working with narrow or thin stock when it is necessary for your hands to be lower than the top edge of the fence. Here you see 2 push blocks being used safely. Using only 1 push block is possible, but consider using 2 for maximum safety. Remember, never allow your fingers to be above or near the cutter head. If you never run your hands above the blades, you will never come close enough to cut them. In order to do this and still have control of the board being jointed, you should hold the stock on the infeed table with both hands. Push the stock into the cutters. Lift each hand over the cutters as you feed the stock through. This way, one hand is holding the stock at all times, but you never have your hands above the cutter head. Feed stock in with the grain pointing the proper direction, down and back from the center head. Use stock that is free from knots, splits, paint, and checks. When the work is complete, turn the machine off and remain at the jointer until it comes to a complete stop. Operating procedures. First, check the squareness of the fence to the table. Your instructor will next check the depth of the cut and the position of the fence. Do not make any adjustments yourself, as these are done by your instructor. When adjusting depth, your instructor will adjust to a depth greater than required, and then back to the desired depth. This eliminates the settings from vibrating out of adjustment. Your instructor will also make sure that the lock bolt is loose before adjusting and will tighten it again before the machine is turned on. Your instructor will also assist you if the feed table needs adjusting. Notify the instructor before proceeding beyond this point. Once you've gotten the go-ahead, stand to the left side of the joiner and turn on the power. Visually check for the direction of the grain. Grain should point down and back. Do not joint end grain. Pass the stock over the cutter head at a uniform and moderate rate of speed. Remember, never allow your hand to be over the cutter head. Reach each hand over the cutter head one at a time as the stock travels over the blades. Keep the stock secure against the fence and in feed table. Use push blocks for stock shorter than the fence. Repeat the operation until the edge or surface is straight or smooth. Once the stock is jointed, turn off the machine. Wait until the cutters have come to a complete stop. Congratulations! You are now ready to take the online jointer quiz.